Wednesday's Bangor Daily News has 3 separate stories that underscore how the actions being taken by President Trump are hurting rural Maine residents. These are more than 3 disconnected dots. This is a trend that most Mainers are missing. The broad and often haphazard cuts that President Trump is making to the federal government and the threats he's making to state governments are especially devastating to the rural communities, often poorer communities, that both voted for President Trump and benefit from federal government services. On the front page, we've got a story about President Trump's proposed cuts to a federal program that help rural communities get funding and expertise to improve their arts, culture, and economic growth. And on page A2, we've got a story about the Trump administration cutting $35 million in grants to give older, poorer, and more rural Maine residents training on digital skills and online safety. And on page A4, we've got a story about the Trump administration threatening to cut off all grant funds to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife if it didn't end its internal policy of having a balance of men and women on its hiring panels for prospective employees. Fish and Wildlife actually caved and ended that policy, but it's unclear yet whether the money will be restored. And again, this is just one day of news.